Matt?
First of all, big U.S. sled team match tonight against Canada, so good luck to the boys.
Matthew, how are you feeling?
I'm ready to go. It's going to be an incredible game, and I don't want to miss it, so I'll be ready to go.
Do you perceive that the hype could be any bigger than what you lived last Saturday?
It feels bigger than that, so it's going to be an incredible environment, and just the lead up and the build up and everything that's come with it has been incredible and something that we don't take for granted. And the millions of people supporting us, and the generations before us, and the generations that we could add to, and the kids that are watching at home that want to be us, we could open up a whole new wave of hockey players in this country. So this opportunity is one we don't take lightly, and obviously wearing the jersey and representing your country is such an incredible honor and kind of what we play for. But the opportunity that we have tomorrow is something that I don't even think we thought was possible and what we could create.
What was your reaction to seeing Brady go down the other day, and what's your confidence level? You'll be right beside you to start the game Thursday.
Yeah, it was a weird play. I didn't really know what happened. I still don't really know what happened, but I think he's saving everything he has for tomorrow night, and I'm very confident he'll be at his absolute best.
Being involved in that tournament, is it more fun than you expected before it started?
Yes, it's been the opportunity of a lifetime. I know how special it is to wear the USA jersey, and you don't realize after going that many years without it, it's the greatest honor you can have. And to do that with guys that you battle with throughout the season and from different parts of the country, and it's the best part about being an American is how united we all are, and how our goals are the exact same, and how our commitment and our just everything, and how we sacrifice, and how there's one thing we want at the end of this, and what we're willing to do to get to that goal. I think that's what's been most incredible to me, and it's been under 2 weeks since we've gotten together, so it's definitely exceeded my expectations, and it's something that we do not take for granted, the opportunity to wear the USA jersey, and we're the luckiest people in the world to be Americans and to grow up and live in this country, and now we have a chance to represent it at the biggest stage. It's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yesterday, Sam Bennett was asked about the way Saturday night started in the fights, and he said doesn't anticipate similar things because the physical messages were sent and the championship on the line, it might be a little bit different. Just how does the feel and the intensity change knowing that it's not a round-robin game and it's for everything here?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it necessarily changes our mindset. It was a Game 7 feel last Saturday, and it's for all the marbles this time. So it's very similar approach from us, and do whatever it takes to win. But I think on last game it was a hostile environment for us. Hopefully they'll be less hostile for us and more for them this time around, and we know it will be with the great fans here in the U.S. and something that we're really looking forward to. But yeah, obviously last game, our team was going up against a beast and a very tough environment, so we want to show how united our group was, and all the millions of people across the country trying to unite them as well. And I think that whether you talk about messages sent or whatever the case is, that's all that stuff is, throw it all out the window. It's one game here and one game for everything. So we're going to do everything we can to win this.
Matthew, why do you think this is taking on a life of its own? Do you think it's like your investment, the team's investment, all the players' investment into it?
I think that the country's seeing how much pride this team takes in being Americans and representing this country, and it's pretty much everybody's first time wearing the USA crest, and I think in that self, it just takes over you. The pride that we have is obviously through the roof, and then you throw on that jersey and you almost can't control yourself, how excited you are and the feelings you get. And like I said, we're the luckiest people in the world to be from the United States, and even luckier to be able to wear the jersey and represent everybody across the country. So I think the whole country is seeing how much pride we take and how much we're willing to do to have success for everybody. And you know, this game is obviously going to be the pinnacle of it all, and we are going to be ready to go.
You like that noise? You like that noise around?
I don't.
Does it drive you?
I don't know what noise you're talking about, but I think that just how much the country has enjoyed our team and enjoyed this tournament, but you know, more enjoyed this team and you know, kind of whether you like hockey or not, you know, I think we've gained, you know, our team's helped grow the game here in this country already, and I think a win could just, you know, knock that door right down and open up a whole new wave of hockey players throughout the whole country.
Matthew, yesterday, Brandon Hagel said over here, maybe not right here, but he said for Canada, like, when we play for the flag, we don't play for cameras. He said we don't need group chats. What's your reaction?
Well, I mean, maybe their team doesn't like each other then if they don't have group chats, but you know, I think that, you know, that's just a player, you know, enjoying his opportunities. So I think that our team does not care about anything that they say, and there's been a lot of chatter and talk from individuals, but you know, we care about one thing in this room, and we have millions of people that are watching us and supporting us around this country, and we're very prideful in playing for them and the guys in the room. So it's an opportunity of a lifetime for us.
Matthew, did you ask one, guys? Emotional year for Team USA with the loss of Johnny Gaudreau. In a moment like this, how much your team think about it?
Yeah, no, it's pretty much all the time. His, you know, everywhere you go in that locker room, you see his jersey and that number 13, and it's just you know, you get emotional thing because he should be here with us competing and you know, playing for his country, and you know, we don't take this opportunity for granted, and he's one of the big things that we're playing for right now, and you know, he's with us and he's looking down on us, and we know he's going to give us all the strength we can to you know, compete and do our absolute best tomorrow. So him and his whole family, we think about them all the time. I heard that, you know, maybe his wife might be in attendance for the game, which is super special to us, and you know, it's just an opportunity that we have for so many people, but especially them to show what we can do, and we definitely have him in our thoughts.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Connor, just what will this mean to have this opportunity on Thursday with your family in attendance and just being back where you started everything in your college career?
Yeah, it'll be fun. You know, I know this area. I'm very familiar. You know, I think it's just going to be one of those days where I just kind of take it minute by minute and enjoy the process.
What have you seen in front of you from your D and forwards that has the other that had Canada dumping it in so much? I mean, they obviously guys that like to have the puck, but you guys forced them to dump it a lot.
You know, I think our system's been good, and we have the guys that play it hard and play it the right way. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of good reads, and a lot of guys in position, so there's not a whole lot of space out there when there's that much speed.
Connor, upon hearing that Charlie McAvoy suffered the injury he did against Finland and the pain that it had to have been playing through, does it you have that much more kind of respect for the game he played against Canada and the physical nature that he played, knowing that he was dealing with that?
I have a lot of respect for every single guy that brings it, and he's the guy that brought it. You know, everyone's always playing through little injuries and bruises, bumps and bruises. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for anyone that plays hard.
I know you've played against all these guys before, but in a quick strike tournament like this to now in what is basically a game 7, do you have time to even think when Connor McDavid is coming down on you, or a Nate McKinnon? I mean, what's going flashing through your mind in those moments?
Just stop the puck. Pretty simple in my world. Just get your way in front of the puck, and you know, let everything happen. You know, I just go out there and I battle and I work as hard as I can and give myself the best chance.
Sorry, I'm just last one. When people say that will come down to goaltending, does that just put extra pressure on you, or how do you cope with that?
You don't listen to it. This is a team sport. You know, everyone matters, and you know, you can't put it on one guy. It's not one-on-one. It's 20 on 20. So, you know, I look forward to it, and I look forward to putting my best foot forward and enjoying the process.
last game against Canada, Brock Faber and Jacob Slavin end up with more than 25 minutes. As a goalie, what's the feeling when you have that pair of defense in front of you and they're so good defensively?
Yeah, they're great. They make my life a lot easier. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They're phenomenal back there, and it's been fun to watch them.
When you were a kid daydreaming about playing in big games, who were you pretending to be? What NHL player were you pretending to be, and whose shot were you saving in those daydreams?
I mean, I grew up idolizing Olaf Kolzig, and I finally got to meet him the other day, and he's just an awesome dude. So that was a really good experience. As opposed to who did I stop at? Insert name. Whoever's on the TV that week, or whoever's popping up in my brain.
What could you walk us through a little bit about that meeting with Kolzig and how that came about, and what you said, what he said?
Yeah, we were in Washington, and they were there for the little alumni get together, and my goalie coach actually played against him growing up and in the pros, so he reached out and said, "Would you like to come down and meet me?" And he did. We just I picked his brain about old times, and told him growing up how I collected his cards and stuff like that. And we just small talk, and I didn't want to bug him. I didn't want to fanboy him too hard, but it was hard not to.
Do you think you right now that are inspired by this tournament and maybe inspired by the play that you've had so far?
Yeah, that's a really cool thought. One of those things that if I'm ever in Olaf's position, I will definitely be there, and it's pretty cool to think about the next generation coming up and how much this might mean to them. And but for me now, I'm focused on the moment and trying to make this experience the best for everyone involved.
Any contact among the Winnipeg guys? There's a few of you heading into this game. Would there be any chatter at all before this?
Kyle. That's about it. No,
That's it?
That's it.
Have you talked to Flats at all?
No, I haven't talked to many people. I did have a conversation with our head coach, Scott O'Neill, and just laying down the lay of the land over the next couple days and kind of putting a plan together.
Connor, I know it was a while ago, but you had a lot of success in this building in college. Mm-hmm. Do you reflect on that, like when you come back here? Does that still enter your mind?
Oh, definitely. This is a rink that I play very well in. That being said, I still got to bring it. It's that's all in the past, and tomorrow's going to be a different animal, a different game, and I look forward to the challenge.
Sam Bennett said that they made your life a little too easy on you last time. They planned to get more bodies in front and cause some traffic. How do you prepare? Does that change your preparation at all, or is
no, not necessarily. Yeah, it's business as usual. Just battle, and make sure that you don't get caught sleeping or get caught making a mistake.
What's the goalie perspective on this Canada team when every shooter is so dangerous? And there's no easy shooter on the roster.
I mean, there's no easy shooter ever. Just do what I do every single day. I've prepared for this, and I prepared the right way, and you lean on that.
I know A Miracle is one of your favorite movies. Have you watched it all leading into this tournament or all this week?
No, I haven't. It's been pretty crazy actually this last 2 weeks. Just managing everything. We got family, we got guests in town, and the travel. And the long days, the late nights for 8:30 games, really. It's just been managing your day to day.
Can you speak to the U.S.-Canada rivalry?
I don't know where to go from there. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a great game. So, I expect everyone to bring their A game.
I mean, I feel like obviously the intensity of the games has brought that out of myself personally, and playing intense and playing that way. But I really do try and play the same way every night, and I think if the people that watch Detroit a lot would tell you that, and I feel confident in saying that. But I will say that tomorrow night with the speed and the intensity, it tailors my game and something that I get fired up to play, and that's usually a good thing for me when I'm mentally there's excitement and whatnot.
Going into a big game like this, how much do you think about Johnny Gaudreau and the tragic loss? I mean, you have his jersey in your locker room at the games. How much, as an American, do you think about him in moments like this?
Yeah, I think about him a lot. I mean, honestly, since the accident, there's not a day that's gone by where I haven't thought about him. And I was pretty close with him, and there's a lot of guys on our team that were close with him. And I think about him, especially this tournament. I wish he was here, and he should be here. And I know when Mr. Gaudreau came in earlier in Montreal, it was meant the world to me that he was there, and got to give him a hug and say hello to him and talk to him. We're thinking about all of the Gaudreaus tomorrow night, and we have the entire tournament, so he should be here, and we're thinking about the Gaudreaus.
Playing Canada and Montreal, another great atmosphere. Being in enemy territory, obviously, a different feel to it, but it'll be kind of nice to have the home crowd support and in this building. I mean, this building gets rocking as well, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Health-wise, how are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling a lot better. I think just woke up Monday and just a lot of discomfort. Skating didn't feel very good, and so just made a decision with the staff to hold me out for that game and just focus on feeling better. So definitely been making a lot of progress.
What does this mean to USA hockey and just the growth of the sport? There's so many eyes on it that wouldn't normally be on an NHL game.
Yeah, I think it means a lot. It means a lot to everybody. The guys in this room, I think kids out there that are watching in America. I think just the steps that USA Hockey's taken over the last 10, 15 years. You see the products of guys in the NHL now. I think it just speaks volumes to the development program, to just more reach in areas that maybe you wouldn't expect hockey to be growing as much in, and it's been great to see. So I know this game means a lot.
A lot of people have been comparing this sort of atmosphere to a Game 7, treating it like a Game 7. You've played in a Game 7, in a few Game 7s before. How would you relate the similarities in terms of the atmosphere, the adrenaline, and all that?
Well, I think it'll be very, very similar. I mean, it is a Game 7. It's a winner-take-all situation here, and you know what's at stake. So, the intensity, the passion, the detail that we have to play with tomorrow, and I know the guys will be ready to go.
They had to dump the puck quite a bit against you the last game. Have you guys done something right if McDavid or McKinnon are having to dump the puck in?
You'd hope so. Obviously, the amount of skill and speed that those guys can carry, I mean, the better off. I think you want them to dump the puck as much as possible instead of carrying it in with the skill set that they both have. So, they got a lot of guys that are fast, that play with a lot of pace, and obviously those two are two of the top in the league. So, just making sure that you're above them as much as possible and keeping them in front of you, and like you said, forcing them to dump the puck so they're not able to control the zone on an entry and then make plays like they can.
Any friendly wagers between you and Mitch for this one?
No.
You've had some disappointments here. Can you imagine what it'd be like to lift a championship trophy in Boston?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great. I think you kind of put all that stuff aside coming into this tournament, this situation, and I mean, what's in the past is in the past. There's nothing that you can change, but obviously, we've had a lot of battles in this building, and like I said before, it's going to be nice to be on the other side of that and get the home support, and the atmosphere is going to be great, and so, these are the games that you dream of. So.
What was the last conversation with Mitch?
I don't know. Probably getting off the plane when we got here.
Auston, Brandon Hagel had some interesting things to say yesterday, almost as if the fights between the first game were orchestrated or playing for the cameras by the Tkachuks. What do you have to? Did you hear that? Any response to that?
I didn't hear that. I don't have anything to say. So.
Do you think we'll see a similar start to the game?
I don't know. I mean, I know it's gonna be a physical, passionate match. So I don't know. What the crystal ball's got in store, but just for us, we gotta be ready to go from the start.
Do you think it'll be similar terms of how defensive it is. Like, there's a lot of offense on both sides, but fundamentally it's pretty defensive. Any chance this gets blown open a bit, or?
I mean, I don't know. I think you want to be in that tight game. You don't want to let them get their offense going, especially with the caliber of players that they have. But I think we're confident in who we have over here as well. But you hear it all the time, and I think defense wins championships. You have to defend hard and check, especially against their best players. And I think we've done a good job of that so far through the tournament. And it's one more game here tomorrow, and we got to make sure that we're good.
This tournament has generated a lot of viewership. Is this something you would like to see the NHL bring back in the future, and how do you think this is going to help grow the sport of hockey?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think they already kind of implemented some plans after, obviously the Olympics and then World Cup to follow after 2 years. But I think it's been great. I think the feedback from the players and everything has been awesome. This has been a great opportunity. To wear the USA sweater again has been awesome. It's a huge honor. So I think the impact that this tournament's had has been huge, and I think it just speaks to the level of play that is in the NHL now.
Auston, have you reached out to Quinn Hughes at all?
I haven't. No, I don't know what the situation is with that. But I mean, if he's able to play, if he's able to come over here, he'd obviously be a big boost for us. Losing Charlie, he's plays a big role there on the back end for us. So,
Auston, you played a lot of.
The day-to-day and how you tried to impart your influence in that room.
Yeah, like I said before, I mean, it's a huge honor. It's a special honor. We've got a lot of leaders in this room, so it's just special. This group's been awesome. I think we came together early. Seemed like everybody it meshed really well, and the chemistry just continues to grow. So, every guy in this room obviously cares, and they care about playing for their country and how much pride and honor goes into wearing the USA sweater. So, it's been an honor to be a part of it.
Did it feel like the old days at the program?
Yeah, you definitely kind of just hit it off. Like, a lot of time's gone by, but just sharing stories from those days, and it's just nice for everybody to be back together and just share some time and obviously be able to compete and play again together.
Auston, you've played a lot of big games in your career, a lot of Game 7s. When you look back on things, where do you think this one will rank tomorrow night?
And this one will definitely be up there. Unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to play in a winner-take-all game. I've obviously been in a couple Game 7s, but being in this situation, Canada, U.S., I mean, this is definitely at the top of the list.
Auston, what you were dealing with physically on Monday, is that new, or that happened in this tournament, or pre-existing?
New. I mean, it was just a weird thing. But like I said, I mean, it definitely has progressed well, and I mean, I'm feeling much better. So I anticipate tomorrow will feel even better than I did today. And I mean, there's no way that I was missing this game, and I'll be ready to go.
How much was you dealing with the Leafs medical staff as well, just updating them what was going on?
Yeah, everybody's working cohesively. So it's all the trainers here, NHL staff, and everybody kind of knows each other from throughout the league and stuff. So it's pretty easy to communicate and have that.
Good. Thanks, Auston.
Thank you.
Thanks, Auston.
Potential lineup decisions, but does that matter to you guys? Are you ready to go no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, we're all hockey players. We all like to compete, so regardless of what the lineup is, everyone's going to go out there and give it the best. But yeah, I mean, we're excited for it. It's going to be an awesome game, just like it was up in Montreal.
What was the benefit of rest?
What is the benefit of rest?
Just with the amount of banged up bodies we've seen in this.
Yeah, it gives you time to heal. Yeah, rest is always good. Rest is a weapon.
There's a lot of offense on both sides, but the games have been pretty tight. Do you think it'll stay that way in this final, or do you think there's a chance that maybe it breaks a little bit open?
I think it'll still be pretty tight. I mean, you got a lot of offensive power out there, but obviously everyone's playing on top of each other. Not a lot of space out there because if you give those offensive weapons time and space to make those plays, it's going to end up in the back of your net. So defensive structure is huge from both sides.
Do you expect a similar amount of emotion and physicality as you saw on Saturday?
I think so. Yeah, it's USA versus Canada, and so I think it's what you come to expect. And I think for all of us, it's probably one of the coolest games we've ever played in. So I can only imagine it's going to be that intensity again.
Jacob, have you and the other defensemen talked at all about Quinn potentially being here?
Not really. No.
How do you keep yourself?
Last game with Brock Faber.
As a defenseman, I mean that's what makes the game fun for us, right? Is shutting down the best players in the world, or trying to at least, and so that's the fun challenge. It's hard, but it's fun.
The other night,
one of the things that we talk about in here is defensive pride and making sure we're not giving up much and making it hard to play against. And so obviously Hellebuyck's a big part of that too. That's the last foot to get across, right? Is him. And so when he's standing on his head like he has been, that's hard to get past. And so that plays a big role in it too.
Too, and to kind of try to model your professionalism with.
Vincent, it seems like there's still some potential lineup decisions, but regardless of that, do you guys feel like you're ready to go?
Yep, everybody's ready to go no matter who needs to be where. I think we're all prepared to do whatever we have to do.
Did the extra 2 days off here help, given the injuries potentially going around, like you guys feel rested, more prepared that way?
Yeah, it's good to have an extra day of rest, and it's only 24 hours, but we'll take what we can get.
You see how much of a spark that Brady Tkachuk has added for your team, and obviously the goal scoring as well. But if he can't go, if he's banged up, how does that affect your lineup?
Yeah, it's a big loss for us if he can't. I have faith that he will, but it's just guys are gonna have to step up.
The physicality from Saturday, do you expect the same type of emotion and physical play out there tomorrow night?
I'm sure it'll be physical, yeah. It's obviously the emotion's going to be high. It's the final game against Canada. I don't know how it couldn't be.
Does it get any more exciting for you? Like you seem to love that kind of game that's right up your alley?
Yeah, this is obviously the most exciting. I mean, tournament in general. I mean, this is some of the most fun I've ever had playing hockey, but being in the final game against Canada is obviously extremely exciting.
Where do you think this game will rank when you look back on it in terms of importance in your career?
Right up at the top.
Did you see Brandon Hagel's comments yesterday? Did you hear about it?
No.
When he was saying that we don't need group chats. We're playing for the flag. We don't play for the cameras. It was in reaction to the fights and Matthew and Brady and JT having a group chat. You didn't see it at all? No. So I won't ask you for a comment on it then, because if you didn't make it.
Denny, what does it mean to you to have this opportunity?
It means the world. This is an honor to be able to be here in general and then to be able to play in it. USA Canada, this is the most exciting hockey that I've ever been a part of, and we're all very excited.
Were you at all concerned to be taken away from you that few minutes where you got hurt?
Nope.
Vince, you played some really big games last year against Matthew Tkachuk in the playoffs. Obviously, the intensity is similar, but what's it been like having him on your teammate and just games just as big?
Yeah, he brings a lot to the game, and pretty much every aspect of it. And playing against him in the playoffs last year, you see what he does on the ice and you see the impact he has, and he's obviously a great player. So to have him on our side this time is helpful.
There's the comment of the Chucks, like they bring everybody into the fight, right? Describe that. Like, what does that mean?
It's probably the best way to put it. They really do. I mean, both of them. They have that same style, raw. They're always bringing the energy into the room, and I don't know. I really don't know how else to put it. They bring everybody into it.
Why is that so important in games like this?
That's what leadership is. I think they're both great leaders. You need everybody in a game like this. You can't have any passengers, and up and down the lineup, whether you're playing 10 minutes, 25 minutes, you need everybody to contribute and bring their A game. So having those guys bringing everyone into it is a huge part of it.
Structurally.